Alrighty everyone, welcome back to Jake and Jake at Night, and I am very, very excited to give you our review of Captain America 2.
Captain.
We're going to be doing two reviews. This one will be spoiler free, and then we'll have another one up that will be spoiler filled. So check them both out if you've seen the movie, and if you haven't, just watch this one. I'm always excited to see the next superhero movie, though not all of them are good. We saw terrible ones with Green Lantern, we saw great ones with Batman, and I think Batman, though it's a different universe, has kind of set the bar so high that it's hard for superhero movies to catch up with its greatness. However, I gotta say, I was very, very happy watching this movie, and I really liked it.
Marvel's been doing a good job at making their own, I don't know, atmosphere. You know, there's great action.
Yeah.
They're pretty funny. I mean,
And they're a lot lighter than Christopher Nolan's movies.
yeah,
for sure,
definitely a lot lighter. But that's not necessarily bad. You know, I wouldn't necessarily take my 8-year-old to The Dark Knight,
Exactly.
but I would definitely take him to this.
The acting was, as most Marvel movies are, was, I wouldn't say fantastic, but was very good. Chris Evans, of course, was fantastic as Captain America, and Samuel L. Jackson, man, as a Nick Fury, this is probably his best he's been as Nick Fury. Anthony Mackie, who plays the Falcon, was really, really good. I thought he was one of my favorite characters probably in the whole movie. He isn't my number one favorite because, of course, Scarlett Johansson's in the movie.
She is in the movie.
And Black Widow is a great character, and Scarlett Johansson's an awesome actress. So it was just, it was nice to see her on the screen again, and this is the best that I think she's been in.
She just has this wonderful
body.
Yes, but just big, round personality. It really grabs you when you're watching her. And speaking of awesomeness, I thought Captain America's uniform, like just from a techie look, I mean, it looks like just beast level dirt bike stuff with like carbon fiber trim all over the place.
And you know what I thought was awesome about this is the Winter Soldier's a really cool villain, and I really loved what they did with the conflict between the Winter Soldier and Captain America, and it really, the conflict in the movie just overall is much bigger than any of the other Marvel movies besides the Avengers, I think. The action was just fantastic the way it was filmed, and this movie is directed by the Russo brothers, who don't have too much to their name, but they definitely made a name with themselves for this movie, and it was really good. The action, the one problem I had with the action in the movie was that I felt that some of the hand-to-hand combat was a little bit too, they used the shaky cam, a little bit too much, but I thought it was still really cool. And the way the movie starts out is just so cool, and what they did with just the overall world, I felt that this, more than any other Phase 2 Marvel movie, really furthered the Marvel world and made me really excited for the Avengers 2. And watching Iron Man 3 and Thor 2, it didn't really excite me for Avengers 2, but watching this, I'm really excited for a year from now when we get to sit down in the theater and watch the Avengers 2.
And we get to see everybody kind of come together again, but I'm always a little confused, and I just think it's weird, oh hey, Washington DC is national emergency, and where's the Hulk and Tony? Like, Tony's just like,
That's, no, okay, I understand that at that point, but we don't really know the timeline of what's going on, because, Tony Stark could be dealing with his whole stuff from Iron Man 3,
True.
Thor could be gone over in Asgard, we don't yet know what is happening to some of the other characters.
The Hulk lost his pants, there's so much could be happening.
And I do understand that criticism from some people, but I think we've gotten kind of past that stage of where we can blame the movie's failures on, they need to have more characters in it. And I like to see some of them pop up here and then, but I don't think it's necessary to have all of your Avengers characters in every single movie, and not just because of the rights, but because it would kind of be overload, and it feels more special when it is just one movie.
Yeah, I think we talked about mainly the good. Let's head to the bad. What do you think was bad about the movie?
It's kind of hard to say what I didn't like about the movie, because in order to say that, I kind of have to spoil some things. So that is some stuff that I'll keep for the spoiler-filled review. But there wasn't anything glaring that I was like, oh, this is bad, I wish they could fix that. It's just some little nitpicky things here and there that weren't a big enough deal to take away from the movie for me. There's only one scene that I really had a problem with, and it's the scene, if you've seen the trailers for Transcendence, it's the scene that will remind you of that trailer. that's all I can really
But
say.
if you haven't, don't worry about it. Very similar with it. You have to be pretty nitpicky to dislike this movie.
No, it is hands down better than Captain America 1.
Oh, way better. I mean, Captain America 1, I thought kind of was cheesy. I'm sorry, it was pretty cheesy.
Yeah, no, I thought it was an entertaining movie, and it was cool to see it tie into the other stuff, but ultimately Captain America 1 I didn't love.
Well, let's get to the ratings.
I kind of had a difficulty rating this one because I was debating between two ratings, and I kind of settled in and decided to give it a B+. It's a very high B+, though, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed the movie, and I can't wait to watch it again. And I loved it. I think it's a must-see in theaters, and I'll definitely buy it when it comes out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, in terms of excitement on the big screen, I was never bored, never wanted to sleep. It is a little bit longer of a movie. After nitpicking, I'm close with Jacob. I gave it kind of the 86, 87, so I give it a B. The only reason I think I didn't give it a B+, or anything, again, just a little nitpicking, and I'm a little biased. I'm an Iron Man guy. I don't know.
In terms of superhero movies, this is probably top 10. In terms of Marvel movies, I'm going to say it's behind The Avengers, Iron Man, and then this is number 3.
Definitely, I'm in the same way. Avengers, Iron Man, number 3, and I think it just kind of clocks down to there. Because who knows, I'm kind of waiting for that super awesome movie. So maybe Avengers 2, I'll be able to give that A.
Yeah. Anyway, we might get some criticism for not giving it A's. You know what? Sorry. I loved it, and it almost got to an A- for me, but just not quite. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Please comment if you disagree or if you agree. Like us, subscribe. Check us out next time. We'll be doing a spoiler-filled review. Thank you so much for watching. This is Jake and Jake at Night. Peace out, guys.
So it is.
Now here's an interesting debate here, Jake. Do you choose Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow or the Jane Foster character as Natalie Portman plays?
Scarlett Johansson. I'm sorry. I just look forward to what uniform she's in or not in. Wait for it.
That's awkward.